What's up, creatives? Welcome to the Tiffy Show. Today, I'm going to talk about the things I loved and regretted about my wedding. Let's get to it. I got married this year, whoop whoop, and this whole wedding series is about the process because I have so much knowledge to share with you. And I loved my wedding. I loved everything about the day, and leading up to it was very stress-free that last week, which is great because me and my husband really planned our wedding like it was a week before it happened, if that makes sense. That's just because we had so many events leading up to our wedding. We really didn't have time. We had a welcome party, rehearsal dinner, all this stuff. We didn't have time to do last minute details, so we kind of just had to say, F it, the week of our wedding. It is what it is now, and just enjoy the week. And it was great and it was stress-free. So let's get to what I loved about my wedding, and then I'll talk about what I regretted, because you need a little balance, right? You need the good stuff and the bad stuff. A little bit of each. I loved doing traditional vows and love letters. I know that nowadays it is super popular to do personal vows, and of course we thought about it. You go through your head like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm doing traditional vows. Like everyone does personal now. It's so much cooler to hear those thoughts and all that, cutesy stuff. But then I came down to the fact that that's not really my personality. So I wanted to do the traditional vows at the wedding, but I still wanted to have that special moment where my husband knows how I feel about him and just all of our emotions leading up to this. And so we decided to do love letters. I highly suggest, if you don't do personal vows, that you do love letters, especially if you have a videographer. I am a videographer and photographer for weddings, and so I know how important it is to have that for voiceover aspects and just to make your wedding video even more personal. The next thing I loved about my wedding is that I did my own hair and makeup, and I was happy with it. I was so happy with it. God graced me with his hand that day. The universe, whoever, my angels, my spirit team, they were like, we got your hand. And they made sure that my makeup was on point. I had no mess ups with the makeup. My hair was looking good. I was very happy that I did my own hair and makeup. It was the one thing I knew from my heart that I wanted to do on my own. And I was super happy that I did it myself. If you do plan to do your own hair and makeup, just make sure you do some tests beforehand and you take some pictures and you just know how you want to style your hair and makeup the day of. But I also love doing my own hair and makeup because none of my bridesmaids had their hair or makeup done either. So that morning was just a hangout. We were just hanging out. We had no strangers in there with us. We were just drinking, having a good time, and we were ahead of schedule.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. Champagne time.
Yay!
All the girls are here.
Woo! We harmonized.
Yeah. Don't pop your eye out before though.
Oh my God. All right, what do I do? Just turn this.
You turn,
wait, here,
turn it on.
do you want to get it like a...
All right.
Face that
We got the towel. We don't want to pop the eye out.
No, have it fit. Perfect. You're doing perfect.
Okay, cool.
Just a splash.
Just
Just for the color. All right.
Here, let's take
boomerang. We gotta do the boomerang.
Yay, cheers. And so hair and makeup is usually where a timeline gets jacked up. So by me doing my own hair and makeup, I was done. And so all of us were just done with our hair and makeup. So we just drank and had a party before my wedding in the hotel room, which was a lot of fun.
How you feeling, Tiff?
Good? I
Yeah?
feel really good, yeah.
Really good?
Yeah.
You're like, it's finally
Gotta
here.
get the pictures done in the beginning and then I'm good.
All right. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Makeup is on
Everyone's
fleek.
makeup,
Eyebrows on fleek.
amazing job.
Good job.
Wow, we did it.
Yeah.
And we're on time.
Look at her
We're on
hair.
time
It's so
right
pretty.
now. Oh my God.
Okay, don't say that. We might jinx it.
First look. Now, when you are doing your wedding planning, you're going to have the option of doing first look versus traditional. I chose first look. I come from the background as a wedding videographer and photographer. We love First Look, and I loved First Look as a bride because I knew it would free me up to enjoy cocktail hour and to be stress-free on my wedding. If you don't know what First Look means, it just means that you and your partner will see each other before the ceremony. So traditional means that the first time that your partner sees you is when you're walking down the aisle, and that's the moment. But First Look is just that you and your partner see each other before the ceremony, and this allows you time to take photos before the ceremony starts. You can have your family and friends that you love come early and take photos with you, and you just get that all out of the way. So before my wedding even started, I had all the photos with me and my family done. I had my pictures with my husband done when my makeup was the freshest. There was no tears coming down my eyes. So it worked out perfect, and I highly suggest a First Look. I was able to go to cocktail hour, hang out with my friends, get a margarita, get some food, and like enjoy my wedding. I paid for it, so I might as well enjoy some of it, you know what I'm saying? So that is a suggestion I have for you, and that is one thing that I loved about my wedding, was doing a First Look. Vendors, I loved all my vendors. I vetted the crap out of them. I went off the beaten path. I talked to them, I vibed with them. Not all of them had a million reviews, I wanna say that. Some of them were brand new to the game, but I liked their vibe, I liked the work that they showed, and all of them were top notch. I will put them down below. Love my florist, love my DJ, love my photographer, love my videographers. So having a good team, loved my wedding coordinator. Having a good team behind you will make your day run so smoothly. And let me also say, for the people that are saying, well, I'm just gonna have my cousin or best friend be my wedding coordinator or day of wedding coordinator. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, okay? You really should hire a day of coordinator. You don't need a full-on planner, but you will need a day of coordinator, and a lot of venues actually require it now. And you don't wanna have a friend, because a friend is gonna wanna start partying at your wedding. So that is my suggestion. Just make sure you get a day of coordinator. They will make your life so much easier on the day of your wedding. Honeymoon cash fund. I'm so happy I did this option. You are going to look online if you're thinking about doing this option, and everyone is going to tell you that it's tacky or weird, or how could you not want to register at a store? Oh my God, register for half, do this, do that. And at the end of the day, you have to do you. You have to do what you are comfortable with. I am a YouTuber. I don't care if people talk bad about me behind my back, because that is my life. Not doing something because, oh my God, what will people think of me later? Not my problem. I did a honeymoon cash fund because I didn't want to register for a store. I have a lot of stuff. We have a home. We have too much stuff already. We're getting rid of stuff. And at the end of the day, we 100% knew you do not have to give a gift to come to our wedding. We let people know that their presence is enough, and that's true. If people wanted to give, we asked them to give in terms of our honeymoon fund or our kitten fund, because we're getting a kitten. So that's what we wanted. That is what we chose to do, and it was very easy. And the way we did it is that on our website, we had Venmo and PayPal, we might have had Zelle, I don't know which ones we had, but we had the direct access to send us money. And then at our wedding, we had a QR code, a very cute little sign that you could give money that way, and we had a card box. Now, traditionally, this is how a lot of cultures celebrate people and celebrate weddings. They give money. I don't know why the American way we view this as tacky or weird, but that was what we decided to do, and we actually hope that more people do that. The last thing I loved about my wedding, other than the wedding itself, I loved that I appointed a bridesmaid to be my IG story / iPhone person, meaning I took my phone, I had my phone taken away from my wedding. I did not touch my iPhone throughout my wedding process. Instead, what I did was I told my super social media savvy bridesmaid, hey, can you, as your job for me, just take all my Instagram video. Just take video of the wedding, take photos, vertical for me, do whatever you need to do.
Are you gonna take a tequila? Well, keep the tequila. We did it. Wait, we can't do it by herself.
No, we go. We gotta do it for the wedding.
Can you capture my wedding on your phone like I would do if I had access to my phone? And she was down, she did an amazing job, and I got all this really cool footage that I didn't even remember from my wedding from my bridesmaids. And you can have more than one person do this, but I just picked my social media savvy friend. Everyone has one now, it's 2000 something, I don't know when I post this, but everyone has a savvy friend that they can do this. And so I appointed someone to do that, and I'm so happy I did, because I got a lot of cool footage and like memories from that perspective of my wedding. Things that I regret. All right, things that I regret. when you are planning a wedding, make sure that on the wedding day that you appoint someone as the cleanup person and the car. And I say that meaning you're going to bring a lot of decorations and items to your wedding, and they will get lost in translation. Even if you have a wedding coordinator, even if you have the best person on your team, there's going to be stuff that gets left behind. You are going to want to appoint someone, a bridesmaid, maybe a friend that doesn't drink too much, and be like, hey, this is kind of the stuff I really want to go home with me. Can you just make sure at the end of the night that it gets to me, that it gets to a car, that it gets to my hotel room? And you can give them a list, you show them, physically show them, because the end of the night was such a blur. I just left a lot of stuff at my venue, and it's not my venue's fault. It's not their job. It's no venue's job to babysit your stuff. I left I had backup shoes. I ended up wearing my heels the whole night. Backup shoes, don't know where they went. So I left, candles were left, little Votus candles. Gifts were left on tables that weren't picked up. It's just a mess. People are drinking. So if you point someone like, hey, can you do a table sweep? Just make sure all the cards are picked up, because not every card is gonna make it to the card box. Not every gift is gonna make it to the gift table. Just do a sweep of everything. Point someone to do cleanup at the end of the night so you don't leave something very important that you would like from your wedding at your wedding. Properly bustle and just watch your dress. My mom was so she was like, oh my God, your dress. I dragged my dress got dragged here and there and everywhere. People were running behind me, but make sure someone is picking your dress up, a bridesmaid, someone, and walking with you when you're walking. I know some people have this person, they're like, I already got that person, but for moments that you are tipsy or drunk and you decide, hey, let me run across the grass, you have someone there hey, let me bustle your dress properly. And when you get your dress bustled, or when you're trying your dress on, they'll show you how to bustle your dress. Make sure you film it and show it to whoever you need to show it to so they bustle your dress properly. I still don't think my dress was bustled properly for just walking around outside and stuff, so just make sure yours is, or you're going to have a super dirty dress at the end of the night. But I did get my dress cleaned, and it is clean to perfection. It was amazing. But the cleaning process is very expensive. So if you don't want to pay a lot of money to get a wedding dress cleaned, just make sure it's properly taken care of throughout the night. Table hop. This was scheduled in my timeline. We were just having so much fun. We didn't get to do it. But then at the end of the wedding, the next day, you think about people you saw for a brief second that might have been during the ceremony, or you saw their face for a quick moment, and then you're like, oh my God, I didn't even talk to that person. I didn't say hi to that person, I didn't take a picture of that person, I didn't thank them for coming to my wedding, and I probably won't see them again for 5-10 years. Who knows if it's a family member that flew out for your wedding, or someone that you don't see that often. And I had tables like that. So make sure that you schedule table hopping with your photographer with you to take some pictures with these people that are part of your life and you don't get to see that often. Last, if you know your crowd, and they like to party, you best to plan something after the wedding, or tell them ain't happening. That's what I have to say, because if you don't, they will show up to your suite ready to party. I suggest that if you know your group is the partying type and we had a Sunday wedding, they were still ready to pop it off, you know what I'm saying? So if you know that's your group, maybe figure out bars that are nearby your venue, call or just see. You don't have to pay or make some reservation or make something, but just know what are you gonna do after your wedding. After our wedding, we actually ended up having a lot of people come to our bridal suite, which I don't mind because we are the partying type, but then we got noise complaints and people were ready to party, and I was like, well, I guess we're going somewhere. So we ended up actually going to a bar that was nearby our venue, but it wasn't a planned experience. I didn't plan the bar, I didn't plan this. So I think that for me, I would have rather have it more planned out in terms of, okay, after the wedding, mentally prepare that you're doing this. So that is my one regret, is I would have planned out an after party situation or a bar, or let them know, hey, my party's coming in from a wedding, can we have a section, or just be aware of it, something fun. That is my suggestion for you if you know your crew likes to party. That is all I got for you. Those aren't that many regrets, but I loved my wedding. Everything about it was top notch. I have no regrets other than the few that I listed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you share it, like, subscribe, and comment. Comment below. Let me know what you loved about your wedding and what you regretted, or a regret that you've seen. You've been to weddings. You know what's not good and what's good. And I will see you next time. Stay creative.